in the summer. Who else? Yes. Hi, this is Christina, I just met. Okay.
I'll go to India.
You go to India, okay?
For a spiritual journey.
Wow, that's interesting. Yes, yes.
Because I'm with disciples, I would like to explore more in different fields of psychology.
Yes, yes. And obviously, you know, I think India is a good place to go for spiritual journey. Yes. So you come back, Christina, you come back as a big spiritual leader guru, right? Very good, very good. Anybody at all? Anybody, you know, want to say anything about anything? Yes. You're smiling at me? Yeah, you. Yeah.
I would like to learn a skill like cooking.
All right. Learn a cooking skill.
Yeah.
Learn cooking is very good. Yeah.
I can teach.
You see? We're the volunteer today. You know, honestly, Kevin is so good. You know, one summer.
What kind of cooking do you want to do?
I have nothing now, so I just learn.
How about some Italian?
Oh, Italian. Italiano.
Could be.
Yeah?
Could be.
Make your own costume?
Sure.
You are on, man. You know, you give yourself some free lessons. And Kevin told me one summer, the whole family went to Vietnam, right? Vietnam to learn, you know, Vietnamese cooking. He's very serious about, you know, different cuisines in the world and try to be good at it. And you know what, young men, especially young men, right? If you learn how to cook, if you cook well, you know what? You get a lot of girlfriends. No, honestly, I think girls, for some reason, like guys who cook. Yes, it's the one you're learning. Okay, I think, you know, 6:30 now, I think we can start. Can we turn off this light here? You know, you won't be able to see the screen here. I'm only going to talk about 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, just to kickstart the program. This is called KPH, Education Foundation. It's a family, wealthy family, you know, donating some money to me so that I can actually do a program like this, you know, for young men and women in Hong Kong. A small talk circle, someone asked me, because I think 90% of you guys sitting here today are new. So small talk circles is a socializing platform. Okay? This Guangzhou lady? Guangzhou lady? Yeah, I know. So it's a socializing platform, soft skills, English skills, nothing academic at all. We don't want to talk anything about academia. Okay, you know, your subject knowledge has nothing to do with me or Kevin. We're here to talk about anything outside the classroom, right? Because, you know, Hong Kong students, as we know, very studious, very good in studying, writing exams and all that, but, you know, outside academia, outside textbooks, they're a little bit iffy about it, right? So we want you guys, you're nodding, thank you, you understand, and you actually agree with me, right?
Yes, definitely.
Because, you know, as I just said earlier, you know, 4 years university versus 96 years, your life. So you need a lot of things, you know, to make you do well in the society, to make you, you know, what's the word for that? Outstanding, right? You have to outstanding yourself. How are you going to do that? What are you going to do? So you need all this other information, all this other knowledge, you know, to make you a good person, right? To make you a very, how should I say, what is the word for that? A very sophisticated person, okay? So that you will actually do well in your job. Once you land a job, entry-level job, you know, you'll be able to do well there. And then you'll climb the corporate ladder. One day you'll be sitting in a corner office, you know, directing a company, which Kevin and I did. We were both, you know, managing directors of multinational companies for a number of years. Okay, and we said, we're done with that. Now we're doing something like this, okay? Talking to young people. Now, so just to start, you have to actually go back home and read about small talk circles. Just Google, you know, you click a lot of articles that I wrote. I always encourage, you know, first-timers to go and read up, you know, otherwise you don't know what you're doing here, right? You don't even know what the purpose is. So you can read up on these articles that I write. I write a lot of articles and put them on South China Morning Post. Read them, okay? Can I have the next slide? Next. A little, humor here, right? A little. Who's that little guy in the short gown? Kim Jong-un said, I will destroy America. And then Donald Trump said, no way, that's my job. I don't want another Asian stealing on American jobs. Because he's so big on, bringing jobs back to America, right? So there's a little bit of humor that we all, one day, when you guys go and work in a company, right? You need these kind of things, humor. You cannot just be good in, crunching numbers. You have to communicate, you have to stand up and make a presentation. Like Christina was saying, that presentation skills is very important in companies. You got to be able to do well in that area. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you won't be picked for the next promotion. Okay? Okay, I saw this yesterday in South China Morning Post, and I suppose some of you also pick it up in the Chinese newspaper as well. This young lady, last name is Yan, Y-A-N. Yes, please come in. So she was 30 years old when she got her postdoc fellow at Princeton University, and she actually started teaching at Princeton. She did it for a number of years. And then China lured her back to Tsinghua University to teach molecular biology. She's well known in that area, worldwide, okay, globally, I should say. She's well known globally in molecular biology. So Tsinghua University, now that China has a lot of money, said, come on, Dr. Yan, we will hire you to teach at Tsinghua, do research and all that, and we'll pay you big bucks. So she left Princeton, went to Tsinghua, but that only lasts 10 years. This year, 2017, is that, I'm so sorry, Tsinghua, I've had it with you, I'm going back to Princeton, okay? And she cited several reasons, if I remember what she said. She said, one, yes, I'm not getting job satisfaction at Tsinghua, okay? Number two, the money is not good, okay? I think money is actually quite a lot better than other professors teaching at Tsinghua, but not as good as Princeton. And number three, I'm not getting any advancement. Because, as we all know, China is pretty insulated. Even though today, it's still insulated. And if you don't get information, from outside, and you just, get stuck in the lab doing your own thing, you're not going anywhere, all right? So you need free information, free flow of information. So anyway, you give a whole bunch of, reasons to excuse yourself from Tsinghua going back to Princeton. Now, when I see a news like this, they say brain drain is actually the title, but I said no. I see two words, knowledge acquisition. Now, in the last 1,000 years, or the last 250 years, since Industrial Revolution, the world globally, collectively has amassed and accumulated so much knowledge, okay? However, the West is able to turn that knowledge into what? Inventions, innovations, products. Look around, guys. Your cars, your escalators, your elevators, electricity, air conditioning, all these inventions are actually done by the West. So the West actually used that knowledge and turned that into something, right? I'm so sorry to say that we Chinese, we're pretty smart too. We're not dumb, we're pretty intelligent. But somehow, how come Chinese or Asians in general, we just don't have this kind of thing. We just keep knowledge to ourselves. If you're a medical student, or you're engineering students, right? You know that, they have journals, medical journals, engineering journals. If a professor finds something new in the West, he would be the first guy to go out to the journal and publish what he knows, what he found. But in China, a little bit clam up, because they're afraid that if let my secret out, people would actually, copy mine and do things, and then I'll be left behind in the dust. So the GC, right, the selfishness, prevented us, from actually going forward, and what I used to term, human progression. So the West has been doing a lot of things to move humanity forward, what we call human progression. The Chinese have not been able to do it. Now, in the next 1,000 years, I want you guys to start thinking about it because this is on your shoulders right now, starting with you. I hope we can actually turn the tables on the West, okay? And now we realize what we should do. Okay, in the last 1,000 years, we actually fell asleep. Now we're waking up right now. We Chinese are smart guys. We want to contribute as well. We don't want to copy anymore. We've been copycats for many years now. We want to invent. We want to innovate. Okay? So when I saw this thing, yesterday, the brain drain doesn't actually hit me, but I actually invented my own little title, knowledge acquisition. Now, knowledge acquisition is good, but please remember, once you get that knowledge, I really want you guys to turn it into something useful. Don't just keep it. It's useless, right? A lot of PhD students here sitting, I think with a couple of PhD students here. I'm not criticizing PhD students. Please don't get me wrong, okay, young lady, right? She's, Bonnie, right?
Yes.
Bonnie is actually a PhD candidate, Hong Kong U. But we do need PhDs. We do. We need STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths. But once you get that knowledge, please go on and do something good to the society, to the world. So this is me. Now, Kevin Ho, very good friend of mine, he has been coming to STC as a super anchor since 2013, right? So he has been with us for a number of years now. And this guy, I take my hat off him, I call him the chief, right? Hail to the chief. Do you know why? He was an investment banker, top drawer investment banker for 26 years. Barclays, investment banking, Asia Pacific, was his last title, managing director. And he made a lot of money, obviously, big paychecks, right, every month, and bonus and all that thing, right? We know how much, investment bankers make, especially you at the top.
Consequence. Even if you don't make a choice, you've made a choice, and the choice is not making one. That means you decide to stay where you are, doing exactly that you're doing, and that is a choice, and that has a consequence. Right? And I just wanted to say, a lot of people that I know, actually I was one of them, didn't believe I have a choice. I always tell people, I don't have a choice. I have to do this, I have to do that. If I don't have that, then, if I don't do this, then he's not giving me the, okay, yeah, that's true. But what I got confused was, I actually have a choice. I just didn't like the consequence of the other choice as much as I like the consequence of this choice. You always have a choice. No one is pointing a gun at you that says, Kevin, you do this, I'm going to blow your brains out. Not yet. I hope it never happens, but this wouldn't be nice. So everyone has a choice. And the strength of the choice is based on what you believe. Inside, deep inside. If you believe your entire life's work and achievement is based on and measured by the amount of money that you earn, then those would guide your choices. If you believe in something else, then something else will guide your choices. And I'm not saying that, hey, let's just forget about money. No, of course not. Not yet anyway. But there is a balance. And all I'm here is to carry a message that let's think about options and choices that we do have in addition to the one that we are thinking for the last 10, 15, 20 years. Because the world has changed. It has gone way beyond what we imagine it can be based on these 4 or 5 things. And the thing that hit me the hardest on collective consciousness was, everyone heard of the United Airlines incidents? Yeah? So in a week, it was viewed 475 million times just in China alone. So what has it got? I mean, what it told me was this. If you have a message, and the message resonates with people, you're going to get through to the consciousness and attention and focus. And that means if you have any idea that resonates with things that basic human would want, people are going to look at it and think, wow, what would that be if it happened? Or what would it be if it happened to me? Right? Now, as it turned out, that guy wasn't even Chinese, he was a Vietnamese, but it doesn't matter. He's an Asian, he's a human being, right? He's a human being, and that video, and the reason why it caught so many people's attention is about respect, it's about dignity, it's about humanity. And without it, we're no different than, we're worse than animals, actually. If you look at the animal kingdom, they have a lot of, well, they're not animals, they're not humans, but I can't call it humanity, whatever ICY that is, but the love between the child and the parents is beautiful to watch, okay? The whole universe operates on that basis, and we should not be any different just because we invented this clever thing called money. Because that is really what is driving the out-of-line behaviors in the world. Politics, economy, all the art profession, all of that. Things that went wrong is because someone felt that made more money, or more efficient at making more money. Okay? So, to summarize, and I thought that this might be fun to look at. This is what I call the future of Olympics. Okay? And there was another speaker who was here, Michael Song, right? So when I was there, I caught on this. This thing he said. He said, Kevin, the most interesting things happens always at the intersection of things that apparently don't actually have anything to do with each other. So think of just what may happen if you combine artificial intelligence and advanced robotics. Think of what happens if you combine nano with artificial intelligence, or advanced robotics, or the collective consciousness, or genetic. I mean, it's going to be huge. And I think this is where a lot of the opportunities are going to be. Gone are the yesteryear's industry. I mean, I'm from a bank, and it's not because I see the day coming, therefore I left the bank. It was because the things he's asking me to do that I left. But all industries, and banks no exception, are losing employment status. They're losing jobs. They can't afford the jobs because the cost of business continue to go up. And the cost doesn't come down by itself. You have to actually force it down. And the biggest cost of any company are salaries. Human. Now, to get rid of them, I need to get something to replace you. So anyone who is doing routine, even require intelligence jobs, ultimately, with the invention of AlphaGo and all the other subsequent invention of artificial intelligence, are highly likely to dominate those jobs. Because if I was the CEO, what is my primary objective of running this company? Make it profitable, right? For the shareholders. How do I boost the return for the shareholders? Increase my profits. How do I increase my profits? Well, I can either grow the revenue or reduce the cost. But since I'm not in control of growing the revenue, and controlling cost is within my control, I will focus on reducing cost. And since that's available, I'm going to use it. And if you're a CEO and you don't do it and somebody else does, you lose your job as a CEO. So I think it's inevitable that a job replacement will come, given technology is going to be developed. And we actually want that because you don't want to be sitting there punching computers. It's not for human, it's too boring. Our brain designs the space shuttle. You don't use a space shuttle to go to the supermarket, right? You use it to get to the moon. That's what we're meant to do. We're meant to go to the moon. But all of us are sitting here going to the supermarket. I mean, not that I have anything against it. They're pretty good, but not all the time. And if you thought that was pretty big, what about this? This is what I call the ultimate Olympics. Look at the little area in here. Where all the 5 areas will overlap. And it's not that hard to imagine. Just imagine you start with a robot, and then you give it a brain. And then you build a robot with nano materials. And then you ask the robot to do something, and that something might have something to do with making your genetics better, or fixing the neuron. Okay? And you use the distribution power of the world to say, come on everybody, this is now available. It's not that hard to imagine, and it's not as groundbreaking or earth-shattering as you might think. It could be something really, really simple, like designing a piece of clothing. That would be infinitely durable, clean, safe, stylish, because all you have to do is now point the little camera at the internet and say, hey, I want that style. Can you widen the label by about an inch? No, an inch and a half. It'll just done it automatically. No longer to go shopping anymore. Okay? You'll be the latest fashion all the time. How is that not good? Right? So, all of this are choices, I think, because you can't really argue with me that all of those are not possible, and that if I choose to do it, that I can't do it. Okay, one person alone may be limited, but I have the collective consciousness, right? I can get onto the internet, start a meetup group, let's talk about these ideas, and I said, any engineers, any marketers, any programmers, come join me. Do you think this idea resonates with you? And say, yeah, I've been thinking about the same thing. Elon Musk started SpaceX with 14 guys. And look at where he is now. So I think there are a lot of inspiration we can draw from things that people have done. And we can do similar things and greater things if we want to. So the inertia is, do we choose to do that or not? And in parting, I just want to say something that I've been thinking about, which is really quite simple, which is our life are the choices we've made. The life as you know it right now are the choices you've made. The life you're going to have are the choices you're going to make. So make good choices. Thank you.
All right, okay. Yeah, oh, scare you. Hi, welcome back. All right, so let's just go on. Have some food and drinks out there, and along with a group photo that we're gonna take. Okay, as the world is going towards technology, robotics, big data and analytics, artificial intelligence, the world's getting pretty scary. The only equalizer that we sitting here as human beings can do to balance, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, everything else, is by being more human. We have to be more human. We want to, restore the equilibrium. We want to bring everything back to the middle. Technology going one way, our life is being dictated by technology right now. It's getting more so going forward. We're going to go more the other way, which is human. So I want you guys to go home and think about it tonight. You have a university degree, and you're studying for, medicine, engineering, economics, whatever. So there must be a mission for you. Okay? It's not only, 喂我老頭老母叫我揾水，揾水，no, please don't.
you.